Hey, vinyl community. Jeff, JG Yokohama here. So I thought I'd do this A to Z thread that started out just recently here in the vinyl community. So yep, coming to you from the bunker during the apocalypse, aka the record room. Uh, yeah, surviving. So yeah, family's still stuck in Japan. Things getting worse, but no one's sick, luckily. Yeah, work schedule's starting to change, so I'm getting more hours, the same pay, but potentially some overtime. I don't know. We'll see. Not completely happy about that. Hopefully I get some overtime or something out of it. Well, anyway, let's jump in. So A to Z. So I think it was the point was like you're gonna pick your favorite album alphabetically, A to Z. Or maybe and some of them I kind of had to. It was kind of a tough choice, so maybe I just picked the one that was like maybe a little more influential in my tastes over the years, or something. I don't know, or a little more unusual. In a couple cases, maybe. Some of the letters, yeah, were quite tough. Like D didn't did not go with Davis. Okay, so anyway, let's just jump in, see what I got. So for A, not something I've had a long time, but Acid Mother's Temple. Definitely one of the best live bands I've ever seen. There's someone that were kind of on my radar for a long time, but yeah, Tales for Gabe always, Andrew, he was always pushing these guys, so I got off my butt and saw them when they returned to Tokyo. Wow, these guys are insane. Definitely need to pick up some more. So yeah, I don't know. When I get a little more budget, maybe I'll pick up some more of their albums. But yeah, really good stuff. Acid Mother's Temple. Can you read that somewhere? Yep, there we go. Acid Mother's Temple. All right. B. B was another really tough one, but yeah, I ended up going with Bowie. David Bowie. So probably not my favorite, but this was definitely one of the ones that got me into music. 'Cause I was right around that age when this hit MTV. So, yep, David Bowie, Let's Dance, of course, has his cover of China Girl. Somewhat problematic, but still a favorite of mine in the Iggy Pop catalog and David Bowie catalog. Continuing on, C, that was another tough one, but ended up with Alice Coltrane. I think I actually prefer Alice over her husband, just by smidgen. But yeah, so this one probably, I don't know, maybe my favorite. It has Pharoah Sanders, who's one of my favorite jazz artists. So Alice Coltrane. I'm gonna try that. Journey. Well, I guess I will. Journey in Satchidananda. It's easier when you read it. So spiritual jazz. Yeah, of course, I believe she was mostly on harp on this one. Yep, harp and piano. Pharoah Sanders on soprano sax. Oh, yeah, it's got the ode. The ode. Ode's like a Middle Eastern lute, I guess you'd call it. Yeah, ode is also instrument. Anyway, that's a really cool one. D, again, kind of a tough one. Kind of really tough going between Miles Davis and some other stuff, but yeah, I decided to go with the Dwarves. This is one of their it's in the shrink no matter what I do. So a little better. Okay, the Dwarves. This one's Sugar Fix on Sub Pop. Oh, it's an OG press from the early '90s. So just hard rock and punk. They were kind of on this is their kind of shock rock punk. I guess I was Gigi Allen and all that crap. I guess I picked up quite a bit of shock rock. I don't know. So I guess I worked on the teenage kids, but yeah, it was a really good album. So anybody out there? Reputation, Lies, Saturday Night, uh, New Orleans Action Man. There's a lot of good ones on this. This is one of their best, if not their best. Probably my favorite. For that, I like Thank Heaven for Little Girls a lot too, which I had on CD for a while, but no longer. I do need to pick that up now. So E, another very influential album for me. So I've shown this many times. This is my original UK press. Plays really cleanly. Has my one of my absolute favorite songs of all time, "On Faraway Beach." Also, "Baby's on Fire," "Needles in the Camel Eye," "Here Comes the Warm Jets," "Dead Things Don't Talk." Yeah, it's not his most consistent work, but it has some of his absolute best songs. Brian Eno with "Here Comes the Warm Jets." Interesting cover too. I don't know. Love hate with that one. So F, ah, I'm from Washington D.C. Had to go with Fugazi. So this is their self-titled. Waiting Room is the big one on here. Check out Fugazi Waiting Room. If you don't know Fugazi. So it's just, DC hardcore with a little bit of a political edge. So they probably weren't as political in the early albums. But well, I think it kind of worked. Maybe not as much on this one. But yeah. So 1988. So I believe this might be an original pressing. Or it's a very early one. So Fugazi, I guess this might even be considered an EP. It's kind of short. Um, this is one of their best. Red Medicine is probably my absolute favorite. I still have to pick it up on vinyl while I can. I guess it's always being repressed anyway. G. G was another hard one, but I ended up with Golden Dawn, Stolen Shrinks. Sorry, it's going to be another one. This is Plant Power, I believe. Power Plant? Power Plant. So yeah, repress, obviously, the originals go for big, big bucks. One of my favorite Psych albums. So Golden Dawn, runner up would definitely be Ga, which I just ordered. I got it in the mail. Hopefully it comes in one piece because that one even represses are hard to get. But yeah, Golden Dawn, awesome stuff. Actually, a lot of G's. This is really tough actually picking one album since some of these letters. Some of the letters might surprise you. I had a hard time with. I guess H was another one. Hayden, Charlie Hayden. So one of my favorite jazz musicians, bassist. He was involved a lot, like say, Ornette Coleman, Don Cherry, all those guys. Uh, yeah, awesome stuff. So this one is John Cherry, Ornette Coleman, and Archie Shepp, and Hampton Halls all together. So yeah, cool. This one I don't think goes for a lot, but yeah. So Charlie Hayden, awesome stuff. I was a slightly tough, but yeah, I'm not really pushing this album so much. But it was kind of a big album, I guess, 20 years ago for me. I was kind of experimenting with the kind of electronica. But Kenichi is an original Japanese press. Sleeping Madness. Yeah, I don't know. It was a big one for my wife too. So I guess that was partially why I picked this up. I'm in a bargain bin for a couple bucks. Double album. Yeah, it's worth a listen, I guess. It's one of the best Japanese electronic albums, I guess. Had an opportunity to see him maybe 10, 15 years ago. It was kind of cool. At in Tokyo. So somebody I knew was DJing with him that night, so it's kind of cool. Let's see. Next, J was slightly tough. Almost went with Jeff the Brotherhood, but had to give it to Jesus and Mary Chain. So this is one of the everyone seems to have this promo, but yeah, gold stamp promo. Excellent. A lot of people you might know this from better in the bag. You might know this from was that Japanese movie with Sofia Coppola, Boston Translation, yeah. So yeah, it had what do you call it? That just like Honey, opening track. Yeah, a lot of good stuff on here, but yeah, this is one of those albums. When it first came out, it was just buzzed out. Shoegaze. I guess it wasn't called shoegaze back then. Yeah, it was kind of popular with that goth crowd, I guess. But yeah, so just remember, yeah, when this came out, like people would put on their record players. They thought the needle was all busted because nothing was this fuzzy. But yeah, big influence on my early tastes. So my uncle was big on this. Always played this. So it was a kind of a early influence on me. Like the formative middle school-ish years. Next, K. Got to give it to the Kingsman. Lulu's not on this one. But yeah, the Louie Louie, and so on. Kingsmen used to have their tapes in the car a lot when I was in high school. Good stuff. OG Garage. So it's the gateway drug, the Kingsmen. Give it to the King. This one I might have cheated slightly, but went with Les Rosales de Nudes. So Japanese experimental avant-garde psych whatever band noise. But yeah, these guys are insane. This is I think one of their best albums. I definitely get some more. Yeah, Les Rosales de Nudes. Shrink again. This is you might still be able to pick this up. It was repressed a few years ago, limited edition, bamboo, one of those. I don't know. I think they're kind of considered a bootleg label, but I don't know if the artist got any money out of that one. But yeah, it's decent pricing, but it's noise anyways, whatever. Um, yeah, magazine. M was tough. M was tough, but yeah, I gotta give it to magazine. Mud Honey, pretty close. Uh, probably it may be my number one album. This thing's insane. Uh, magazine, Real Life. Of course, Howard DeVito from Buzzcocks. This was his next project. I do need to pick up some of their other albums. I only have a couple of them doubles, but yeah, these guys are great. So yeah, post punk, new wavy, whatever. So my favorite track is Burst, but it has a nice, it's got a little slow build on it, so not a radio hit by any means. N, again a tough one. A lot of these letters were surprisingly tough. So Nine Inch Nails. And I don't know. Well, it's kind of tough one being their first album. This one. This is a original U.S. press. I believe this was only issued as a promo. So this is my original promo copy I bought from Tower Records. My local tower was very naughty and used to sell their promo copies. So I picked up quite a few promo albums from them. Like some of them I really kicked myself for selling, or I don't know if they were stolen. I had Jar of Flies. I guess I sold it. That one's missing. O was a little tougher because I don't know. I just don't have that. I have a fair amount of O, but nothing I'm really super into. But this is a pretty cool one. This one is Okabayashi, Nobuyasu Okabayashi, last name Okabayashi. So this is kind of psych influenced folk rock, protest music kind of stuff. Yeah. So this is like a best of comp. So a single album, but yeah, pretty cool gatefold there. So okay, was Okabayashi. Make sure I say that right. I'll put that on later. I've been giving that a listen for a while. Okay, Pop, Iggy Pop, one of my favorite artists of all time for sure. Him and the Stooges. Yeah. So this possibly my favorite Iggy Pop album. I don't know. But this one, yeah. Unfortunately, this is a repress, but it's the better version one from a few years ago. Neighborhood Threat's awesome. Passenger, Lust for Life, of course. 16. What a this is like back to back hits, man. It's solid. So check it out if you don't know it. Iggy Pop, Lust for Life. You gotta give it to Hugh Lazarus. Come on, come. Goodbye Horses. This one's worth picking up if you like that song. It's that one with what's his name, Bill Buffalo, whatever the dude from the put it in the basket, whatever. Yeah, what's that movie? Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, sorry guys. But yeah, so it's got a couple of remixes and some other demos. So apparently she's now a bus driver in New Jersey. So not so much for that career. Kind of husky voice, iconic song, also in Clerks. So this has got the original single edits, a couple demo versions, which are some of them I believe are superior. But yeah, this is worth picking out. It came out like 3 or 4 years ago. EP basically. So um, on Mon Ami, 2017, right? Mon Ami. So you could probably still hunt one down. I think they're going starting to go for a few bucks, but it's worth having. If you like the song anyway. Another one. How about I had to give it to Mitch Ryder, man. Again, first album I ever bought, Mitch Ryder. Well, that was an album. First single I ever bought, record I ever bought, was "Devil with a Blue Dress On," which is extremely influential on my taste. I picked it up at a community garage with. Unfortunately, don't have the. I think I broke it, but that was that and Monkey's "Daydream Believer" back with Stepping Stone. Man. Stepping Stone was the better side. So Stepping Stone and Mitch Ryder, big influence on my eventual tastes as they developed. But yeah, oh God, yeah. This is just a comp for years from early '80s, still in the shrink, awesome stuff. Uh, yeah, good golly, Miss Holly, man, jeez, sock it to me, baby, little Latin loopy loo, Detroit rock, man. Yes, almost went Sonic Youth, but yeah, as far as stuff that was very influential, super snaz, man. This is what got me moving to Japan. So Power Pop, this original press, I think I only had one pressing actually. Uh, so self, was it self-titled? I think it was self-titled. Oh no, Super Stupid. So yeah, Super snaz, Super Stupid. This was released on Sub Pop. Their later albums, I think, were all Time Bomb, which is the Japanese kind of garagey label. But yeah, mostly girl band, shared same drummer with Teen Generate, still does. But yeah, I went to their last show. Good stuff. That was also kind of tough, but I had to go with Togayashi Masahiko. So like he had a lot of good albums. One of my favorite drummers. So Japanese avant-garde free jazz drummer. He's one of the big free jazz guys in Japan. So this one is the one he did with Don Cherry and Charlie Hayden again. Charlie Hayden shows up on almost all of my favorite jazz albums. It's true. Um, so yeah, this is a great one. Original pressing. This was repressed, I think, for Record Store Day or something a couple years ago. So this one's probably his most famous now because of that. But yeah, at the time I found this, which was like 3, 4 years ago, yeah, this was pretty damn obscure. I didn't even know it existed. I saw it in the bins. I was like, holy! Pick it up, probably about $10, maybe less. I don't know. This was collecting dust at the record store, but now it's kind of considered a classic, I guess. But yeah, awesome album. So Masahiko Togayashi, you'll see some of his stuff in my videos. I have a bunch, but yeah, awesome drummer, Japan. Interesting guy. So he was in a car accident, paraplegic. So kind of not even. It's kind of in his early career. He lost the use of his legs, so he had a custom drum kit. Went all out. Pretty interesting stuff. You it was really tough not picking unwound, but I had to pull something a little different for you guys. Again, super influential. My taste. This is something I maybe picked up around middle school or so. So I don't know if it's UT or UT, but yeah, the Blast First label, awesome post punk stuff. I need to get their big album. I only have this in early life, but there's one I think it's like a black and white photo of like a street or something. That's the one that everyone wants. It goes for $1. This one I don't think is too bad. That's Gorilla. This is one of their later ones. Oops, I got sleeve on that. Yeah, original sleeve. This is really good condition still. Even though I wasn't very good about cleaning records, I did take care of them. That's a UT original pressing or very early pressing on Blast. I also had a hard time with these, but I had to give it to Miroslav Vicious, Infinite Search. This is original pseudo-Japanese pressing. It's a American pressing that was imported into Japan. It's got the Japanese stamps on it for distribution, but I think it was pressed in New York or something. So this from early weather report. Let's see who was on this. Yeah, this has some heavy hitters. Joe Henderson on tenor sax, John McLaughlin on guitar, Herbie Hancock on piano, and Jack DeJohnette. This is some heavy fusion. Of course, Miroslav Vichis on bass. I don't know how to say his name, but yeah, it's got a die cut and so on. Sorry, guys. Yeah! I really hate Blake Sleeve these days. Yep, good stuff. Check that one out. Can you read that? I hope. I don't know. That's on Embryo. Yeah, it's good. And the Japanese ones have this like little embossing thing there. W. Had a couple of Watana days, but had to give it to Wahaha. Again, kind of fusion, avant-garde, experimental, jazz, weird stuff. Worth a listen, not for everyone, but Wahaha. Showed that last week. X. Almost went with X, but I have to give it the edge to X-Ray Specs. I have to get the original of this off my buddy. He stopped collecting because I know he's got it. But this is one of the color vinyl variants that came out recently. I haven't broken the seal on this. But, polystyrene, man, had a crush on her in high school. The X-Ray Specs. Oh yeah, I got. Yeah, this has what do you call it? Drone 3 Atlas is the title track. Awesome. And Oh Bondage Up Yours, which is not on this. That's interesting. I thought that was on this album. Maybe it's a single. Anyway. And Y, Yonabayashi. This is, again, really tough on the Ys because I have a lot of Y artists I really like, mostly Japanese. But yeah, this is some crazy Japanese kind of fusion. I guess it's more prog. I file this with prog stuff, but Yona Yon Bayayashi. This one's a crazy good album. Very hard to get your hands on. Like this was my last record crawl in Japan. I found this. I've been looked years for this. Only copy I've ever seen. Picked it up. No OB, unfortunately. But if I had the OB, I probably would have paid twice as much. But yeah, really clean copy. Love having this. Yonabayashi, and this is Ishoku Sokuhatsu. I have a lot of Japanese bands on this one. The noise rock doom gods, Zenigaba. So this one produced by, it's on Alternative Tentacles, U.S. release. This is produced by Steve Albini. Their live stuff's quite good too. So I had an opportunity to see you guys maybe a few times. Yeah, KK Knowles been involved in a lot of noise stuff too. Awesome stuff. So that's my A to Z. I'll just wrap it up right here. So I'm gonna have to shoot my weekly stack too because I've been quite big now. So take care, VC. Stay safe.